Alright, so Mike has asked me to film a quick video for instruction as far as how you wire up the JDM headlight bulbs, in particular the city daytime running lights, the yellow ones that are in the middle. So I'm going to try to give a brief explanation real quick as far as how that goes. That way everybody has a little bit more of an understanding as far as how the wiring goes for these things. Cool. Alright, so as far as all this stuff went for me, the lip obviously fits OEM to the bumper since they're both JDM. Turbo bumper, and the lip is the same color as the two-tone, but I actually bought them from separate people in Japan. The amber turn signal bulbs were actually brand new in box, which blew my mind because the boxes were really old and I didn't pay that much money for them realistically. Okay, so the JDM headlights, they fit pretty good. There's a little bit of a difference as far as where they actually mount. I don't know if you can see that, but so to the fender to here, there's actually a gap. I'm assuming that if I had the JDM fenders, that wouldn't be that way. Also, it's a real tight fit to get the corners in with the USDM corners and the USDM fenders versus if I had the JDM fenders. But that's basically all I don't have as far as the front clip goes, is except for the hood and fenders. The grills are all the same, you know. I mean, that's a USDM grill, but you know, with obviously the JDM leopard emblem. So real quick here, let's see. So in the US we have the low beam and high beam, and those are two separate light bulbs. In the JDM headlight we have high beam, low beam, one bulb, and then a city light, daytime running light with a yellow reflector in there that makes it yellow. The bulb itself isn't actually yellow, but it projects yellow. So for the high beam, low beam, it's an H4 light bulb, which is also a 9003 commonly. So I got H4 9003 bulb headlight connectors. Then for these bulbs are actually an H3C. We don't commonly have those all over the place, so I looked at the back of the connector and sized it up to an H3 or an H7 actually. The H3 has the little silver plate that actually, when you put the bulb in and clip it down, it's the same little mounting plate on the bulb housing itself as an H3, even though it's an H3C. But the H3C has two prongs like this on the back of the bulb, and the H3 just has one with like a little wire off of it. So I sized up the two prong to the closest light bulb that I had at work, and it was actually an H7. So back here, so this connector pigtail here is an H7 connector, and then the one on the back of the low beam, high beam light bulb is a 9003 H4 connector. So I actually took, it's kind of hard to see, but basically you had a signal and ground to your high beam connector stock and a signal and ground to your low beam connector stock. I took the signal and ground from the low beam, and then I took the signal from the high beam, and the back of the headlight bulb connector is three prongs. Top one is ground, so ground, and then signal and signal. If you get them backwards, the high beam will stay on the whole time, so you got to make sure you have them on the right ones. As far as the city light goes, which is what Mike is concerned about, this is a signal and ground.